Tomorrow is such a big day over here at All in One Social Media. We have season 2 of the Marketing for Your Boring Business podcast. And what better way to get us launched than to share with you why starting a podcast is the easiest way for you to make content for your online marketing strategy. Hey, boring business owners, and welcome to my channel where I help your message get seen in that cluttered newsfeed. If you're looking to crush it with online and social media marketing, you want to hit that subscribe button or that like button below so that you miss any more videos from this channel. They're going to help you succeed with your online and social media goals. Tomorrow, season 2 of the Marketing for Your Business podcast starts, and I am so pumped for everything that we have planned. Not only do we have great guests lined up, but we're really kind of changing up the format of how we do things. We're not only going to be talking with leading marketing and other industry professionals, but you're going to hear the marketing guerrilla stories of your fellow boring businesses. We have so many people lined up to be on the show. I've got a fence company. I've got an insurance rep. I've got a credit repair person. I've got an HVAC company. All of them talking about the unique things that they're doing to help get their message seen in their local communities. Because I really just sat down and thought, what is it that would give more value to my listeners? And the number one thing that I kept coming back to is hearing from the people that are just like you. And so that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm giving you all of that information. I also have some really great other features I'll talk about a little bit later in the podcast, or a little bit later in this video, I should say. But I wanted to share with you why you should really consider starting a podcast, because it's such an easy way to create one piece of content to get a lot of miles out of what you're trying to do. So let me break down for you what we do over at All in One Social Media for the Marketing for Your Boring Business podcast and all of the different levels of content that we are able to generate from one weekly podcast. So after I figure out who is going to be on the podcast, we get it recorded, it gets sent to our editor, all of that stuff, we hit publish on Thursdays at 10 a.m. on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. But we aren't just doing that and saying, all right, we're done, let's do the next episode. We're taking the podcast and we're turning into a blog on our website where we have the podcast actually embedded. So a good chunk of the percentage of listeners actually for my podcast come from my blog on my website. And so what we do is we have a tool attached to the blog, which I will share in the description below so that you know, a automatic generating tool that basically sends out tweets every hour or two of a blog that's on our website. So that's auto generating content from my Twitter, but also getting more attention to those blog posts. One of the little secrets that I also do with our titling on our blog posts is not only saying like what episode we are and what it's about, but I include the Twitter handle of the guest on the show so that every single time the auto generator tweets out that blog link, that person sees it, and almost always they hit that love or like button, and then they're going to retweet it because they want their message shared as well. That's one of the advantages of having guests on your show, is that not only are they providing great content for your audience and giving more affirmation and value to what you're doing, but they are also helping to promote it because that's their information, that's their brand. They're building their personal brand, and by having more content that they didn't have to create in another way is a win for them. So we created a podcast, one piece of content. We created a blog, that's the second piece of content. The third thing that we do is every single time that I record my podcast, I'm not just doing an audio file, I'm actually doing a video as well. And so usually about a week and a half after the podcast goes live, I put that video up on my YouTube channel so that my YouTube channel and people who are searching for that relevant content can also watch the YouTube video. And so they're getting to actually not only hear the great content that we are putting out that is unedited, by the way, but they're seeing the faces of the people who are conducting that interview. Some people love listening to podcasts, but some people really just like to watch what their content is. So this is a great way to get a third stream of content out of what you're doing. So one of the other things that we do after we created the podcast, it's gone up, we also do the blog, and then obviously later we do the YouTube channel. The next thing that we do is we use sound bites from the podcast as sort of promoting tools throughout that week that we do on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. And we usually create like either static images with the quote of what that person says, because there are so many amazing just like nuggets of information that we get from these podcasts that people just like say without even realizing their brilliances are coming out, because what they have to say is so amazing. And I just want to share those individual sound bites with people so that they can try and get more from it as well. So I'm able to use what is being said in the podcast to create content for Facebook and Twitter and for Instagram. And there are a lot of really great, easy to use tools like Lumen 5, which creates videos based on your blog posts. And so it can create like little soundbite videos for you very, very easily. Or you can use a tool like Audiogram, which is where you can like have like a picture of your guest in the background and a soundbite of what they say, where they transcribe it for you. And you get like this 60 to 120-second video clip that you can use on Instagram to further promote your podcast. And like, here's this little teaser, make sure you go listen to the replay later. And so that's literally five different ways that you can get more mileage out of one piece of content. If you spend only like maybe an hour finding your guest, doing the interview, and then you just send that work off to someone that helps you produce it. I by no means am a podcast producer or a video editor. I'm a content creator, and I have put together a team to help make sure the things that I want to give to you, that all of you are asking for, is getting done. And I would rather pay to get it done and you get that information than for you just to sit around wondering, well, what's the point of talking to her? She's obviously not listening to what I want. So really think about how you can use a podcast to get a lot of content out of a little bit of work, because that is sort of the secret to online marketing, making one piece of content and stretching it as far as you can. If you have any favorite podcasts that you love to listen to, please let me know down in the description below. I love finding new things to listen to and podcasts, and I will make sure to include some of my favorites to listen to down in the description below. If you're looking to learn more about content and how you were just like, I just don't know what to do, I need just some ideas, you're gonna wanna watch this playlist right here where I literally break down every single month something that you can post so that you never have to worry about what content needs to go up on your channel or your social media ever again. And if you're thinking, Desiree, I just want more with social media, but I don't know where to start or what's going on, I have a whole social media for beginners playlist right here that's going to walk you through all of the major platforms, how you use them, and what you can do with them to help your business grow. And like we always say in military life, it is never goodbye, it is see you soon. So until next time, I will see you soon.